In today's video, I'm going to walk you through an AI trading bot that I created using Claude AI. I'll cover the complete process, starting with the initial setup, moving through the system launch, and finishing with the results after testing the bot under live market conditions. Most of the complex work was completed with Claude Code, which means you don't have to be an experienced developer or a professional trader to follow the general workflow. Claude helps organize the underlying logic, AI agents automate many of the technical steps, and the trading bot combines everything into a single system. We'll explore what this crypto trading system is intended to do, how I configured it, how I funded my own agent, and what happened during my personal trading strategy test. Here's the basic idea. The AI agent monitors decentralized exchanges for potential market opportunities. If it identifies a setup that satisfies the conditions of the strategy, it can respond automatically according to the logic programmed into the system. That may sound straightforward, but crypto live trading market opportunities can appear and disappear within seconds. That's why timing, accuracy, and automation can be important when testing this kind of trading strategy. As Claude, trading bots, and autonomous agents continue to advance, creating and experimenting with systems like this is becoming more accessible than it was in the past. The first step is to have a compatible extension installed and ready. Most established providers should work fine. You can also follow along from a mobile device by using the browser built into the relevant app. As you can see, mine is already prepared. Next, I'm going to open the development platform. I'll include the relevant links, resources, and additional information in the description below. From here, I'll create a new file and give it a straightforward name. This is the code I'll be using for the demonstration. I've included the same version in the description so it can be reviewed independently. The code is open source. You can audit the entire thing if you want. I'll now copy the code and paste it into the file I just created. Next, I'll switch over to this tab. Take a look at the version shown at the top. It should match the version required by the code. If it doesn't, open the drop-down menu and select the appropriate version. Now, I'll click this button. After that process finishes, I'll continue to the next tab. I'll open the drop-down menu, choose this option, connect my extension, and approve the authorization request. Once the connection is established, the system details should appear in this section. Next, I'll click this button. An interaction fee will now be displayed. This is a network-related cost required to initialize the setup. Fees can vary depending on network conditions. It'll never be more than $1. I'll confirm the request and wait for the transaction to process. Great! The transaction has been completed and the primary dashboard is now available. Before continuing, there's one important verification step I always perform. I'll click this button here. Now I need to confirm that this value is exactly the same as the value displayed over here. The values match, which indicates that the setup is configured correctly. With the system verified, it needs an available balance before it can operate. For this personal test, I'm going to use 2 Ethereum. The stated minimum for this particular setup is 1 Ether. In my previous testing, a balance between 2 and 20 Ether provided the bot with more flexibility when interacting with potential opportunities. The 1 Ether minimum is relevant to this setup because lower balances may be affected more heavily by network fees, transaction costs, liquidity limitations, and execution issues. If you can't comfortably meet the minimum or independently verify the system, don't use it. It's that simple. I'll copy my personal agent address by selecting this button. Then I'll open my extension and choose the send option. I'll select Ether as the asset. Next, I'll paste the unique agent address into this field. I'll enter the amount I want to transfer. Then I'll continue. Carefully review the address and amount and confirm the transaction. Once the transfer has arrived, I'll click here to check whether the balance is displayed inside the system. Perfect. The balance is now visible, so I'm ready to activate the trading bot. I'll press this button, review and approve the interaction fee, and wait for the transaction confirmation. And that's it. The AI trading bot is now active. The bot's activity logs can be monitored in real time through this terminal window. I'm going to leave the system running for a while. After it has had some time to operate, I'll return and review its progress. All right, I'm back. Let's check the current status by clicking here. At this stage, the test results appear encouraging. However, I don't want to draw conclusions too quickly. The system reacts to live market conditions, and a short testing period isn't enough to show how it might perform over the long term. I'm going to let it continue running for the remainder of the day, and I'll come back tomorrow to see how the results have developed. All right, a full day has now passed. I'll click here again and review the latest status. For this individual test, that's a strong result, and I'm impressed with how the system performed during this period. Every recorded action is available in the terminal, allowing me to review the entries and inspect the opportunities the AI agent responded to. That's one reason I prefer having access to visible terminal logs. Rather than looking only at a final balance, I can review what occurred throughout the test and better understand how the crypto trading system behaved while it was operating. I'll stop it now and retrieve everything. Click this button, review and approve the interaction request, and wait for the confirmation to complete. There we go. The system has stopped, and everything has returned to its expected state. Before I finish, here's an important disclaimer. This video is provided strictly for educational and informational purposes. I am not a financial advisor, and nothing presented here should be interpreted as financial, investment, tax, or legal advice. I'm only documenting my personal experience with Claude Code, AI agents, automated trading software, and the crypto tools I chose to test. If you have questions, I've included my contact information and the other relevant resources in the description below. If you found the video helpful, consider leaving a like and subscribing for more content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.